Back on the walking floor cylinder. Okay, I modified this brass nut remover here. I put some flats on it. You see how it's captured here. Then I made a plate. Now I got it on there. Remember, I was trying to get it off the pipe wrench, but since I have so many of these, I just decided to make this. Now I'm going to see. It's the first time I got it in here. Let's see if this will do it. Tighten these down. Okay, it's captured in between here with two flats on there. So it's on there tight because I use that green Loctite, and it's hard to get that loose even with heat. So I didn't heat it up again, but let me see here. I'm going to bump it. Okay, it's moving. You can see that. I'm just going to bump it. Don't want, you know, this is where you got to make sure you get that set pin out of there so you don't strip the threads. It's going. So if I were to try to do that with the, let me take a look here, with the pipe wrench, I'd be there for a long time. Okay, it's doing it. Let's see if we can get it off of there. You imagine sitting there with that big pipe wrench trying to get that off. This is why the hydraulics works better. You can hear the pump. It's struggling a little bit, but it's doing it. It's because it's tight. Let me stop and look at it. I can see it from the back here. Yep, it's coming off. That's why people don't like to repair these. They have a lot of problems because they're so hard to get these pistons off. I think we got a good way of doing it here. Definitely coming off hard. But again, I believe that's because of the Loctite that they're using. They Loctite it, and then they set pin that. Basically, they don't want you taking them apart. They'd rather you just buy a brand new one for $2,800. So let's get this off. We'll take a look at it so you can see what this looks like. Yeah, I'd have had a hard time with the pipe wrench. Let's see here, take a look again. Yeah, it's still coming off. You can see it there, see that? Nope. Then what we'll have to do is clean these threads up a little bit. Okay, it came loose. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll move. Let this float a little bit. I believe it's all that broke off. Let me crack. Okay, so we're going to try to pull this out of the way so you can see. Why is that not want to come loose? Let's get this out of the way. It's loose in there. There we go. Okay, so now you can see what we got going here. You come around. Okay, you can see here. Let's pull this off. See, it's loose now. Let's see. Well, here's the bad thing about that. This is a problem because it basically tore these threads off of here. So that's a fail, but you can see this is a problem. You know, you have that pin in there, and look what it did. Okay, that's why these things are a pain in the butt. Take a look at this. I'll take this out. You can see what I did here, this plate. But the problem is now it took the threads off. See, and I know I got that pin all the way out. Let me come around there and show you what this looks like. So we're going to have to do a few more of these. I don't like that, what it did to that. If they're all going to do that, that gets you into the problem where it's not feasible to repair. If you look in here, that's where the pin was. It was all drilled out, but that's right on the end there. If you don't get that all out, it takes the threads off. Okay, just so you know. You can take a look at this, how I got this in here. See, I put the flats on to grab it. Take it out. Show you what this looks like. But now you see the importance of getting that pin all the way out because of what it just did there, and I thought I had it all the way out. So that's something to look for. Okay, there's what happened. The set screw was in here, and it, you know, that didn't damage the thing. This thing's hot just from that. So that gives you an idea. I'm going to try to do the other ones, make sure I get that pin all the way out. But you see the problem here. Okay, that's no good. You don't want that. So stand by, and I'll work on the other one now. This is the first one after I made that jig, and we got to be careful about that. Stand by.